Imagine if tomorrow's game didn't just change the fate of a sport, but the future of advertisements as we know it. Ralph, have you seen the staggering price tag for Super Bowl ads this year? Over $8 million for just 30 seconds. That's nuts.
It's like watching a high-stakes auction, isn't it? And those estimates of reaching $1 billion in ad sales soon could really shake things up. But, it's been a long ascent since the first Super Bowl ads back in 1967. Back then, you only needed about $40,000 for an NBC spot.
I know. The power dynamics in advertising have shifted massively. It's no longer just about hitting those TV spots. They're trying to create a phenomenon that spreads like wildfire across social media platforms. But I wonder, is it really worth it?
Well, that's always the big question, isn't it? For advertisers, the Super Bowl is less of a gamble and more of a calculated expense. The potential for a hit can be massive. Remember how Duncan paid Ben Affleck nearly $10 million for a spot last year, and they are bringing him back again.
And Jeremy Strong from Succession too. It's wild how these ads sometimes outshine the game itself. But it begs the question, how effective is using such big names for these short-lived ads?
There's something to be said for the lure of celebrity. A familiar face can definitely keep the viewers engaged. However, the return has to justify that enormous expenditure. It's intriguing how brands play the games. Sometimes humor or emotion can do wonders without the star power.
Oh, totally. Remember when Amazon's Mind Reader ad became the talk of the town in 2022? Scarlett Johansson and Colin Jost made a splash, but had a whopping $26 million to produce. It sounds insane.
Well, considering how much audience reach the Super Bowl commands, it often pays off. More than 120 million people are expected to tune in this year. Yet, it's important to remember not everyone can splash out like that. There's something almost charming about those low-budget underdog stories like LifeMinders, ad that cost less than $5,000.
Ah yes, it drew 700,000 people to their website post-game. The creativity and risk with a tight budget can sometimes resonate more because it stands out against those polished productions. But unfortunately,